Hey ya folks, how's it going? My name's Lexi and I really love tabletop games. So much so that we sit down together once a week, every week, and we review one here at the gaming table. I try to keep these videos short, under 10 minutes, so we can both find our next game. If that sounds interesting to you, I encourage you to press subscribe and keep watching today's video. If you would like to go the extra special mile for the gaming table, there is a link in my description box below to my Ko-Fi page where you can donate to the channel. All donations go straight back into the running costs of the channel, so it is deeply appreciated. Today I am taking a look at a game that I borrowed off a friend, so thank you so much for the loan. It's a solo journaling game, and normally those aren't particularly my thing, but I found this one to have a really intriguing concept. From Mousehole Press, this is Koriko, A Magical Year. Koriko, A Magical Year is about a young witch who leaves home. As a part of her witch culture's coming-of-age traditions, she is to leave home and set up as a witch in a new community. This place is Koriko. What Koriko looks like is going to depend on your experience with the game. In this year, you record what your witch gets up to, who they meet, what challenges they might overcome, that sort of thing, and much more. At the end of the year, your witch will make an important decision. Will she choose to stay in Koriko, or will she want to return home? This game's concept is clearly inspired by the Studio Ghibli film Kiki's Delivery Service. It's a movie that I have a great fondness for. In it, the witch, the same as our game's protagonist, leaves home as part of her coming of age to use her witch powers in the wider world. The manual for this game guides you through the witch's year. Depending on which volume of the manual you are up to, you will be provided different prompts to advance the story. This game starts off very hopeful, with perhaps a tinge of sadness. It can go a lot of very different ways though. By the end, when your witch is deciding whether or not to leave, she could be happy, melancholic, or a mix of the two. Perhaps her stay in Koriko was to her a failure, or it was a wonderful success. You won't know until you play the game. The events of your witch's year are recorded in a journal. This is things like an index, a map, there's so many pieces you can add. There's also the option for your witch to be writing letters home to a mentor. You play this game using a variety of prompts triggered by the conditions set out in the manual. There's a couple of different ways that you might receive a prompt. Depending on where you are in the manual, it might provide you a prompt that you must answer in that section. You can also choose to take a prompt, and usually you find these prompts by drawing a tarot card. These tarot cards have an index where there will be a prompt for you to respond to. If you don't have the box set with a tarot deck and you don't own a tarot deck yourself, they actually do have a free digital tarot deck for this game as well. You also will need some six-sided die. Not only will you be rolling these die to see what prompt you might be needing to answer, you also stack the dice on top of each other in a tower and see when it all comes tumbling down. I really like that there's a variety of ways for prompts to be generated in the game. There is the option to skip a prompt if it's a non-essential one. The manual does guide you through the game experience really well, but if you struggle with reading, they've actually mentioned in the game manual that there is a video tutorial on how to play this game. I've not really seen that before, and I think it's wonderful. It makes the game much more accessible to people who might struggle with reading. When you're setting up the journal to record your character's exploits, there's actually a couple of different sections, such as an index, maps, confidence, skills, and more. You don't have to have these sections completed, rather you tend to fill them out as you go. Once you've got the start of these made, you then can journey through the manual. There's also a couple of tables to roll on when you start up the game to form a bit about your character. This manual really encourages creativity with your journal. You're encouraged to put stickers on it, doodle on it, maybe perhaps treat it like your character would. Are they careless with it, or is it a creative space for them? Koriko, A Magical Year is not designed to be played in a single session. The manual divides up the stages of play into different volumes. Each of these volumes is estimated to be around 3 hours of gameplay time. It's suggested that once you've completed a volume, you put the game down and come back to it another day. In a funny way, time is moving in Koriko as well as the real world. The box set for this game is really gorgeous. The dice are really pretty. The tarot deck has beautiful illustrations. And I love the option of these cute stickers that come with the game that you can really decorate your journal with. There's also a little card here that has some optional mechanics that you can add to your game. I do think this game has a lot of replayability to it. That might be surprising considering it's a solo journaling game. The prompts in this game are really varied, and how the year goes for your witch can really turn on a dime. Ultimately, the game is about how your witch matures and learns from her experiences. That's going to be different for every single character. The art in the manual itself is really beautiful as well. I love seeing the little characters that pop up here and there. Fans of coming-of-age stories, rejoice! This is a game for you. If you love the coming-of-age story with a touch of whimsy, then you're going to get an absolute blast out of Koriko. There's so much joy to be found in this game in discovering what the world has in store for your protagonist. A box set of this game retails just over $80. I do think, considering all the things you get with the game, not only the instruction manual but the dice and the tarot deck, that the price makes sense. I will say though that I don't know if that's going to be a suitable cost for everyone. If you're not a fan of solo journaling games, then I don't think the box set is going to be the right choice for you. There is the option to just purchase the game manual for about $18 on itch.io. So if you want to taste the game and then maybe purchase the box set later, there is that option. I absolutely think it's a beautiful set and the price makes sense for all the beautiful components you get within it. I think whether or not that price is worthwhile to you is going to depend on your tastes. So that is Koriko, A Magical Year. I had a blast learning this game and discussing it with you. I was so lucky that one of my friends was able to lend me their copy for me to review, so thank you so much. But let me know your thoughts in the comments section down below. Are you a fan of a whimsy coming-of-age story? Let me know. If you would like, while you're down in the comments, feel free to like and share this video with someone who might find it interesting. If you want to keep up with what we're doing here at the gaming table, please feel free to subscribe and turn on notifications. That way YouTube will tell you when I've next uploaded. If you would like to really go the extra mile for us here, there is a link in my description box below to my Ko-Fi page where you can donate to the channel. All of those donations go straight back into the running costs of the channel, so I really appreciate it, and I've started putting a short thank you at the end of my videos. If you just want to like or comment, I still really appreciate that too. Interacting with these videos is a huge help as it gets what we do here out on the sea of the algorithm. I want to thank you all for watching and discussing Koriko, A Magical Year with me. I hope you're all well, and I look forward to seeing you next time at the gaming table. Bye!